All right, y'all. So, what a great list we got right here. College football QB power rankings. I did this last week. Garrett Nussmeier was right up there. Had a tough week, man. 3 interceptions. One of them wasn't really his fault. The other two were. Struggled mightily against Texas A&M. Had that early lead, 17-7. Before my guy that's on this list, Marcel Reed. You talk about coming up big time in a big game on a big stage. Hey, he did that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to credit Marcel Reed, man. He was ready for his moment, right? And shout out to Mike Elko, an offensive coordinator, for benching Connor Wigman, right? They don't make that move, they don't win. Marcel Reed was lighting them boys up. Did y'all see that pass over the middle he threw right before the safety could go get it? Just dropped it right in the hat. Look, man, you can't ask for no better, man. I think he definitely deserves to be on this list. He's been balling out. Big time game, big time win against them. They're still undefeated in the SEC play. Marcel Reed, man, he might be the QB of the future. And peep this, y'all. Marcel Reed, hey, that victory, that helped them land 2 recruits. And they in the running for another top-end recruit, right? I obviously got to see what C.J. Wilder's going to do. But they landed Jordan Carter, and they also landed Aaron Gregory. So y'all go watch my last video, man, and learn more about them. I'm telling y'all, them boys is dogs. And they playing for a region championship this weekend against Carrollton. Must-see TV as well on GPB. Hey, man, Marcel Reed, got him to thank for that. All right, next up, Riley Leonard. Now, I've said I was not too impressed with him throwing the ball wise, right? Hey, he was throwing that thing against Navy. Y'all been coming for me in my comments on my YouTube handle about me picking Navy to win. Look, I stand on that. All right, I was wrong. I was looking for the upset. All right, I was listening to analysis all week. I was listening to Joel Klatt. I listened to 0-3 JD Piquel. I was listening to a little bit of Josh Pate. And I was like, when I look at the game, like, I thought they could out-physical him a little bit. I thought he was going to run the ball with Horvath. Didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame had it going the whole game. You got to give credit. That defense is elite, man. But Riley Leonard was throwing the ball to his receivers. They was running the ball well with Jeremiah Love. They had it going. You got to give respect where respect is due, man. And he looks really good. He looked good last year with Duke. The reason why they had an uptick last year and why they were good. So, credit to Riley Leonard, man. He deserves to be on this list. Taylor Green, man, I think he's continued to take steps forward. He's battled injury throughout the season, but continuing to show when he's healthy, he can make plays, man. Bright future ahead. I definitely think he should be the starter going into next year. Just got to continue to take them steps forward, in my humble opinion. Now, for Will Howard, we talked about it. Struggled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got to get your guys more involved. We just did that in the last video. Got to get them guys involved, man. You got to get the ball to your best players. You got to get it to Ibuka and Jeremiah Smith. You know what I'm saying? Got to be smarter in those late decision moments. But we're going to see. Overall, I think he's a decent quarterback. But we're going to see in this game coming up this week against Penn State. Y'all know I'm going to have a reaction to the game. Y'all know I'm going to have an analysis before. But I do like how he's been playing lately. Same thing with Jackson Dart. Did come back against Oklahoma, right? Had one of your better games. But again, jury still remains out for Dart. Can you go in and beat an elite team? I'm still waiting to see, right? Not saying that. Oklahoma's kind of a shell of themselves, right? Went back to Jackson Arnold, struggled a little bit. I want to see him perform against an elite team this year. And he's going to have chances because they got to play Georgia this year too. We're going to find out. Remains to be seen. All right, next you got, obviously, Dylan Gabriel, right? He's looked good this year, man. Shout out to them. Big win against the Fighting Illini. He tore him up again. Dylan Gabriel's looked like the real deal, man. I know some of y'all came in the comments like, oh, why is he in the Heisman conversation? Look, y'all, they're undefeated. They're #1 team in the country. What else y'all want the man to do? Came in, had 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, right? Before that game. The man's balling. Got to give the man his respect and his due diligence. Come on now. All right, then you got Cam Ward. Had a receiving touchdown. Big time win for them against Florida State, showing that he can do it all. Cool, calm, and collected in the pocket. He can improvise and make plays. Cam Ward has been impressive all season. Has had his moments. Interceptions against Virginia Tech looked ugly early. Same thing with California. But he continues to win games. And I told y'all, I really think Miami is going to be there when it's said and done. They are a college football playoff team. I think they're going to beat Duke this week. And I told y'all, the game I got on upset watch, especially if Haynes King is healthy, is Georgia Tech. Y'all can say what y'all want. Miami's a good team. But I think they can match up well with them with all their horses. Everybody is available. We're going to see, though. But Cam Ward has been spectacular. Love to see him on this list. And then, obviously, man, got to give love to Shador, man. Shador has been balling. Right? Had over 300-plus yards, 3 touchdowns last game, man. This looks like a true football team. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to take your lumps. And I think everybody was upset with all the exposure Colorado was getting last year. But you seen it. You seen what Travis was able to do. You seen what Shador was able to do. Now they come back a year experience, their final year. It looks good. And that's the thing. It takes time. But the success that Deion's having over these past few years, you got to give him respect. This team, this program was irrelevant. right? That's the power of an elite marketer like how Deion is, and an elite culture setter that Deion is. You gotta give that man respect. You might not like him, but you gotta give him respect, and you gotta give him some respect as well. He should be in that Heisman conversation. And now they're finally ranked. He's been balling. This is a really good football team, right? They got number 7. I think his name is Smith Craig. He's been balling this year. They got Travis on both sides of the ball. August Dave. Right? They got Michael Welch, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepard. They got some dudes that can play. This team is formidable, man. You know what I'm saying? Outside chance on the Big 12 championship. But with Shador leading them, possibly somebody mess up, possibly somebody has an upset, they could be in that conversation. And hey, if you get to the Big 12 championship, remember, automatic bid. Don't be surprised. All right, last not least, the last person I want to mention, real quick, Max Brosman. I don't know a lot about him, so I can't mention too much. But the other guys I know really well, so I don't want to speak on somebody I don't really know. So hard for me to say. But Avery Johnson, I'll speak on him. Been impressed with this year for Kansas State. He's been doing his thing. I think he's been very consistent, making good throws, taking what the defense gives him. Doesn't turn over the ball too much. Like what I've seen from him, and he's the reason that Kansas State remains ranked. They're winning games. Got some big ones coming up, but with him at the helm, you should feel pretty good. So that's my thoughts, man. Obviously, I like Shador being at 1, Cam Ward 2. I think it was a great week for all the top 5 quarterbacks, top 5, top 6 quarterbacks in this one. Marcel Reed put the nation on notice, and that's what I love about college football. True freshmen can stand out. Not saying that Marcel Reed is, but just like true freshmen like, obviously Jeremiah Smith, Jake Crawford. It's a new list every week, man. Just loving seeing these guys step up and being able to, perform on this big stage, man. So that's the QB Power Rankings via CBS. That's my reaction. Y'all let me know below. What y'all think? Did they get it right? Comment down below.